You know, it has some songs in the hymn book in church that only a certain sect of people know. I am not one of those people. However, this is one of those songs. I've never heard this song in my life, to tell you all the honest truth. My mommy say do it, so it must be done. Where's the poetry in song number 76 in the Adventist hymnal, "O Love That Will Not Let Me Go" by George Matheson.
Oh, love that will not let.
Well, this is a 1882 piece, so we're looking at strict form, rich imagery. The song uses 4 metaphors to refer to God: love, light, joy, and the cross. The first line in each of the 4 stanzas introduce the metaphor, then plead for that metaphor to never forsake them. The fun thing about the hymn is that the metaphor keeps extending in each line of each stanza. That's a beautiful piece of skill. And on top of that, the persona is directly addressing these qualities, and dare I say, negotiating with them. In the first stanza, he begins with love and metaphorically describes love as a place of rest. This love refuses to let him go, but he is grateful for this. He's grateful for the fact that love holding on to him. The idea of him resting is further developed in line 3, where he says he is given back the life he owes. The metaphor goes further by referring to love as ocean's depths, and whatever he offers or is being offered makes the flow of love richer. In other words, when you give your life to love, when you give your life to God, the kingdom of God becomes richer. Nice image. The second stanza is light. He recognizes that light always follows him. This stanza has some exciting extensions as well. Notice the word selection: flickering, torch, borrowed ray, sunshine's blaze, brighter, fairer. This is like the basics of metaphor extension. Appropriate word choice that supports the initial vehicle. Now that line, "I yield my flickering torch to thee," illustrates that his light must be powered by a greater light. He thinks only flickering, but he needs it to become brighter. So he's also acknowledging that whatever shines from within him is a borrowed flame, and you need to come back to the source to flame it back up. Truly a humbling stanza. The third stanza presents a bit of a conflict. The persona is in some sort of distress, and he confesses that for relief he really needs to open his heart. Now my favorite metaphor existing right there: trace the rainbow through the rain. Not only does he use some WhatsApp speech, watch out that through, LOL, but he's also able to see the light at the end of the tunnel and is looking forward to a day without tears, of course referring to the return of God. In the final stanza, the man dead and all. Well, at least I think he dead, because he laying on the ground. But even in his moments close to death, he is hopeful of an endless life to come. So in stanza 3, I think he got a little sick, the pain, the ailment, and so he have a nice connecting story arc from stanza 3 to stanza 4. Now check the rhyme scheme. The second and final line of every stanza use the and be at the end of each line. And the first, third, and fourth lines also follow a similar rhyme pattern. And let me introduce you all to something called assonance. Now, assonance is like alliteration amongst vowels. So we're looking for the repetition of stressed vowel sounds in words near to each other. Stanza 1, rest and weary, Stanza 2, line 4, they blaze, Stanza 3, trace and rainbow, A in trace, A in rainbow. And of course, scanning through, we also see some alliteration, which is the repeated first consonant sound in words close together. We see plenty of that. Torch to thee in stanza 2, and dead, thus dead in stanza 4. This is a solid piece of writing. It gets a 8.2 from me on the poetry scale. And there's the poetry in "O Love That Will Not Let Me Go" by George Matheson. Listen, all references we use and the lyrics to anything we use are right in the description below this video. Remember to like and subscribe if you appreciated the content, and if there's some text that you want us to analyze, just drop it in the comments below. We'll get it and find out where's the poetry.